the Harbour government should get rid of Bill C-38. And I don't have a problem with that. You're the ones that elected me. You think that I don't, but I do. Just a second. Because the email that I can provide to everyone says that you told me I wouldn't do it. I will do it. I don't have a problem with it. Here's how I can effectively work, and your question is good. I have to effectively work at it individually, because if you ask me to work at it at all 60, I think everyone in this room will collectively agree that ain't going to work.
Unless you just go against party lines.
But unless, because there's some things in it, that even the doctor here says are house cleaning. So do we get rid of them too?
Yeah, yes. We bring it back in the way that each individual thing can be looked at and treated separately.
So the question I have for you collectively is, if we could, and I'm saying this is a big if because I don't think it is possible, but if you could get enough backbenchers, if you could, you'd need 12. You'd need 12, and that's assuming that Peter Goldring, the independent, will not vote for the budget, and I'm just about guaranteeing he will. And then you have the 4 block and Elizabeth May. So you're going to need 13. You're going to need 13 members of the parliament. You collectively, as people across Canada, have to find 13, not just me. Me doesn't mean anything. Me doesn't change the budget.
It's a good symbol. One of 13.
Me doesn't change. It
shows that you actually believe in democracy.
Me doesn't change.
It has to start somewhere.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true, but we are also talking about
then that's you're done. But I see your point. I agree with you, but
all I'm saying is, if I stand up and say no, it still passes. It still passes.
But maybe next time more.
you stood up and said no, and that's what counts.
But I know, but I'm just saying. No, but it still passes.
We're talking about species.
That's what I'm saying. Irrelevant of what I do. I'm just saying, irrelevant of what I do. Yeah.
Great. So if you don't stand up and say no, it passes, and if you do stand up and say no, it passes. But isn't it better to stand up and say no so that you're representing your constituents and actually making a point? Because if it's passing anyway, great. If it's say it has but we have to use your voice.
In other words, if 13 constituents think like you, then it will pass. So individually, you have to be willing to say no for 13 to say no. Because if individually you decide to say yes because it doesn't make a difference, then you've just passed it as a commune, right?
That's right.
A group.
What I'm saying is Canadians collectively, not just in Columbia, Canadians collectively have to put enough pressure on at least 13 members of parliament.
I think that can happen.
No, just hear me out. You can't think, you have to know.
Well, you
think doesn't work here. You have to know you can do it. Because if you can't do it, it passes.
I'm filming you right now. Would you allow me to put that message to all Canadians through internet networks so that they know what your message is for Canadians?
If Canadians want it changed, then enough Canadians have to stand to their MPs and say no.
Thank you.